All right, howdy folks, welcome back to Campaign 17. What an episode we had. Yeah, the last episode should have probably been 2, but I felt like I hadn't brought you a battle in a while, so I think we more than made up for it in that last episode. There's probably more to come. This was the scene of the last battle. It looks like we're retreating. We're actually not. We won that battle. We can see the Union retreat path because I've done with things in the debug that I could move, or at least try to move some of the Union or whoever the AI's armies are, but they seem to be doing okay. And by okay, I mean they've taken at least half of Virginia, I would say. Yeah, at least. Never mind, West Virginia's been carved off, so that's that. We had launched some counterattacks back in February against forces here, and it turns out they actually have a lot more in the way of reinforcements than it looks. So yeah, back to the drawing board on that one. We're trying to get our readiness back, and I think once we do, we can move some of these folks. There aren't many that are in scouting. I mean, Polk is. Honestly, at this point, I'd rather just have Polk ready in case we get pushed. But we are defending Richmond. Richmond is the capital in this playthrough. If you are just joining us, well, welcome. It has been going on a while, right? So this is episode, I think, 52. I think so. Yeah, and each of these tend to go about, I don't know, probably a little bit under an hour. 45 minutes is always my goal, but it frequently runs a bit over that. But yeah, we went with Old Dominion. It just didn't feel like, I'm not looking to recreate or reenact the Civil War here, but yeah, I don't know, without Richmond as the capital, it just doesn't feel quite enough like the Civil War. Otherwise, we have to deal with the capital being down in Montgomery, and I think that's more challenging. I don't know, whatever. So I'm usually more for towards the fiction side, or at least the believable fiction side, than the reenactment. But that was one I thought ought to stay. And the campaign has been an absolute slog, is the word I keep using. We're up to 400,000. The AI has done very well. They're up to 500,000. In terms of battles won, you got to remember that I was playing as the Union until August of 62. And at that point, I was so close to winning, I was like, I still want to see some more things. And so I switched over to the CSA, and it has been very close. I thought maybe we were either on the cusp of losing or winning last summer, 63, and the Union gave us a bunch more morale, but they got a bunch more recruits for it. So I don't know. I guess we'll see whether that makes us a winner or lose in all this. We don't want to be doing the campaign layer at 1x, so we're going to move it up to 5x. I can't quite tell if the status quo favors us winning the war. And I would probably hop, if I thought the CSA had clearly run away with this, I was planning to hop back to the Union, but when I saw how well they were recruiting, I actually said, you know what, maybe the Union doesn't need any help. Maybe they got it without me. And so we're sitting on the CSA side for now. I think if things drastically got changed, maybe we'd have to think about it. And I still may have to weigh going over to the Union, only because it's the opening of campaign season, right? April 1, the whole debuff for moving in winter goes away. So the Army of Kentucky is, it's Bonham and it's AP Hill. Right, so AP is there, Bonham is there. I think he was the lead in that last battle, hence what you see in terms of readiness. I believe the plan is to send Sibley. Oh, nuts. The plan was to send Sibley here and create a new corps. Alright. So those two are going to switch spots. Right, Sibley? Right? Alright. Those two are going to switch spots. Price is the other corps and needs to move out here. We had lost we being the CSA. The CSA had lost Fort Smith in 63 before retaking it. And that's where things stand. Elzey's corps is a new one. They're getting their readiness. That was one of the two new corps. The other new corps was Marshall's. Those were what the CSA could get from its volunteer forces over the over the winter of 63-64. So, yeah, much remains to be seen. I don't think there's anything in terms of projects we can do, or projects that I want. Though, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want subsidized agriculture. I want farm mech. And I think we're a ways off from farm mech. As much as civil order would be nice, that should be really nice. Actually, we could take several bouts of civil order. How much is this? 5.6 million, or we could save up for recruitment offices. Oh. I think it's because we went to military 4, and so we're putting aside 100 million for subsidies. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with recruitment offices. We don't want the union. The union is set up. I created the custom AI personality there that they should also look for recruitment offices, and maybe they are. So do we really need all these takes? I guess at 100 million, this does become a lot more. I thought I had priced these out right. I mean, if we're able to do all these, I guess the union would be able to as well. You know, I should hop over there maybe after this episode and make sure that their recruitment sliders are actually up to 100%. I find they're frequently not, and that means they won't have the funds to do what they're supposed to do. So that would be a shame. I want the challenge. I don't really care if I win or I lose. That doesn't really interest me anymore, but... So what's that? That's them there. All right. Those are the supplies. Now, over the winter, I tried... Actually, right before the winter, and I think during the winter, I did try a foray into Kentucky to liberate it and create an additional buffer before the Union got here, and to add a high support CSA state to the overall mix, and hopefully bring up the average of our national support, because I think they're set to go up to 75 once you capture them, or liberate them, and that would have been a nice help during desperate times. I think our national support got down on like 42 last year, and that was very rough. But so far, we don't have to deal with the Union pushing Richmond, but they are going to get Fort Smith. It's kind of whatever, right? They had Carrollton, which is more. Fort Smith is not worth nearly as much. So Reynolds is going to creep on up there. Price should go up to meet him. Sibley can move back a bit. Then we'll create that core, I would guess, with the projects we just took. Yeah, we're not going to have enough for increased credit rating for a while. This is when I decided to lean on the subsidies on the logic last episode, I believe, that this war might actually go that long, and we might need another round. Trade deals actually isn't that close. Yeah. But oh, that is a much under strength 4th Corps. So we'll send Price over to deal with that first and push them back. We're going to let Bonham get his readiness back. I know this... Wow, that's a lot of disabled. Yeah, and about a third of those are just sick. So be it. We tried an attack against Georgia. I think this was 2 or 3 episodes. From Georgia into South Carolina, and that did not go well. I have no idea if any of this is accurate over here. Fort Smith and Fort McAllister. So this has got to be the stupid HQ, Benjamin Bryce, that has just repeatedly attacked Fort McAllister, and he will not go a different way. If I could delete... Holy moly, that was loud. If I could delete him, I would do it just to save the Union that. And I'm thinking about launching, if I don't see more CSA, or sorry, more Union here, I'm thinking of relaunching that attack here in Kentucky. LZ's Corps wouldn't be able to go, but Colquitt's Corps could. Hill's Corps, right now, we're just going to put like that. Hill can move up. Bonham's Corps is that. Yeah, we could only really go in with 2 corps. And I don't think it's enough. And it's ultimately, I think, unnecessary. As long as we're not losing... See, their national support is tanking. Mine's fallen. Mine got up to about 60 a couple episodes ago. And even though we won the last battle, it's... Alright, we gotta do something here with that sound. That looked really high. Sounded really high, too. And we have just had absolutely zero luck finding those corps. What do we look like? We got a lot of readiness. Let's use it. All right, if we're not using it, just kind of giving it away, or it's not really doing us any favors. We'll roll over to aggressive or offensive stance. That don't really matter, but we'll go there anyways. And we'll see if we can get a fight down here. 510,000. Oh, no, 420,000 for us, so it's not bad at all. Closed the gap considerably from when it was, I think, like 420,000 to 275,000. Then I was more worried. Now I'm less worried. Yeah, given that there's already a supply depot here, I don't feel like building one up here. Man, I really hate fighting in Arkansas. All right, Price's Corps pushed back the 4th Corps quite a ways. We're going to lose over there. It is what it is. Army of the West. Let me just make sure I'm right that we have the volunteers to do this. Oh, well, we should. All right. And if ever we find we don't need them, we can always just throw a corps over into Tennessee. They could probably use the help. All right, we will grab a unit of... under Munford. That dude, that guy looks like... That isn't Sam Elliott. I don't know who is. Not even Sam Elliott. All right. I don't know what people's thoughts are about... No, that's our uniform I reserved for Tennessee. About doing this stuff on screen. I've done it because people in the past suggested they would like to see more campaign play, and I get that, and we always aim to please here. And I don't mind it because I'm doing it anyways. So if people want to see it, that's fine, but if it's too boring, I could always not do it. All right, let's add Missourians. Feels like they should be here for this. I don't know if that's appropriate Missourian or not, but we're gonna do it. Mississippi, sure. Sure. And who or where else? So Virginia could get another brigade if it needed. Okay, Arkansas can't. So we won't make them try. Arizona Territory, same story. And then we'll treat Lewis as the reserve brigade. I've been putting 3 brigades in each division and then 2 in the reserve brigade. I think this time I'm just going to try to make it 2 brigades in each division. Oh yeah, we can't. Why? All right, so I got to check something out because the recruitment, the support necessary to recruit is supposed to be 30 or 35. So I don't know why it would allow me to recruit that many. So I'm not going to. It's a very long-winded way of saying that. And yeah, we'll do another battery in case we lose one. Florida is convenient convenient artillery recruiting state because I would say the population usually isn't that high, although I've recruited quite a few batteries from there. So that'll be Jones's Corps. Yeah, 21,000 is more than sufficient. 50 guns. It's actually really light. I tend to under-recruit artillery in this game because it just doesn't feel that strong, so. It could be tuned, but I don't know. I'm okay with artillery being there for the show. The boom booms and all the rest, but I don't need much more than that. All right, and we are watching a map together. Good, good. Hawes is here. Those two are there. Roster, I think I'll keep there. I don't know. There's no, I guess, yeah, there's no, like, easy way to get from the center of Georgia to the southeast. And south, it's only kind of quick to Albany, and then after that, I mean, these guys look like they're just... You know, you could probably use the river transports out to here and then ocean transports after that, and if that's what they want to do, I think I'm fine with that. Just get them out of here. That's what we're looking to do. All right, we're going to move you up. All right, Marshall's Corps is actually... Now, we're going to keep them defensive because they are on their own. But I like the looks of that. And if you've unfortunately watched this channel before, probably any episode, you know I'm thinking, when can I attack these guys again? Maybe a solution to the problem I've run into in the past is to try to just do it more all at once. That might work. I'm dreading the lag that we would get from that, but... Are you kidding me? Did they really just snake all... So yeah, we, again, had terrible intelligence. We do have railroad lines that go all the way back to Atlanta, though. But I kind of like that about this, the mods I've made to this game. I wish I could take it even further. You know, no, that's a bad idea. We got to bring Hawes back. He's actually too talented. The Corps itself is kind of but he's a 3-star, so... You know, as Corps commanders go, like that's pretty good. I really want to take that fort, and I also want to try to get rid of whatever that annoying army headquarters is that's stacking them. Okay, we got numismatics. I know I'm getting syllables off there, but the people who like coins can be happy with that. I think they were talking about engraving of coins. Maybe they're talking about printing of currency, in which case, yeah, then those people can be happy. Whatever it's called to be enthralled with the engraving of paper money. I haven't formed army groups. I know I've unlocked the ability to. I've never used them. I don't really... Yeah, I mean, other than getting the supply buff, which I've already done, I don't really see the point, but... I think we're doing okay. All right, let's just see what it is. Worst comes to worst, I think we can just retreat. I think. And for role-playing reasons, we will move Sibley up as well. Oh my goodness. Good news for Bonham is that the number of wounded is down. Wasn't so much the sick, that was only down a little bit. Alright, well they've taken this part of Georgia here. Maney, I think, has to march because the railroads are spoken for. It's okay. Marshall, how ready are you? Man, that is a fat corps. And it's times like these I wonder, did I upgrade their weapons? I think so. Yeah, I think as much as I can upgrade them, I did. And I think that's also now it's coming back to me. It's been a couple days since I actually played. All right, that's its own issue. But I think I'm out of quality weapons for Jones's Corps, and I think I had to put some orders through, but I think they're a ways off. So, policies. I don't know that there's much more I want to do. Blockade Runner, do I want to give them +2 national support? National morale, I mean. Probably not, but it might be good for role-playing reasons. Mexico, what would this do? Union net, and again, I don't remember that these are actually, the text might be the old text, and I might have modified these more. I don't know. I guess the Union helped me out with my national morale, so let me help them out with theirs. If only this spirit of cooperation had prevailed earlier. Okay. Reynolds is there. Price. Oh my goodness. All right, they're moving in. They're moving in. Good, good, good. Jones, hopefully you guys will make do with your mixed muskets, and the 4th Corps has hopefully not been reinforced. We won at Fort Smith? Are you kidding? Oh, is it because these guys showed up? Maybe that they showed up and they brought their readiness with them. So, what we want to do before they burn that supply depot is we're going to try to capture it. I'm going to move Sibley back. Okay, good. We captured it. I'd almost like... Oh, wait. How did I capture it, but they burned it? That doesn't seem right. I'm sure it isn't. Right. Something weird happened. Maybe we temporarily lost control. Maybe there was a delay. Maybe they left saboteurs behind and did it even though we thought we'd captured it. There's the roleplay explanation I was looking for. We have it. And again, you can roleplay explain almost anything away. So, Manny, how are you? You're okay. So we're gonna move you. Man, I don't know if Hawes was walking or riding, but he's got more readiness than others. Whoever the other... Oh, Manny's Corps. No, yeah, Manny's Corps. Mine is a terrible thing to lose. Oh, this might be that seaborne invasion that I got some intelligence about. Yeah. They... Our naval... Our intelligence is actually quite good. Which I don't like because I haven't paid for it. I haven't done a lot of things that should include it, which is why, like, it showed me that armies were down here, but they were really up here. I'm trying to make that even more like that. But there is a balancing issue when you're modding the game, which is that the AI would have to build buildings. Well, that would be one way the AI would be able to do that. And plus, I'm pretty sure the AI generally knows where you are anyways, or knows what it wants to do anyways, and it's making its decisions based on strength calculations. But assuming that the AI worked more or less as the human does, they would have to be able to build the intelligence gathering. I think it's the buildings. It's, let's see, we'll click off here. I think it's, nah, it's federal buildings, I think. I think it was was it the news agency? Military intelligence gathering. I mean, the description makes sense to me. Some of the other buildings I think would be cool if they were more well balanced for their cost. But the fact is that the AI makes so many bad building decisions that I can't control and I can't mod. Holy moly, that was loud. All right, let's hope that doesn't happen again. This group here. Again, the intelligence is that they've moved off. Who knows if any of that is true. Pause, get moving. We'll set you to offensive. There's no river, I know, to move on, but we're gonna set you there anyways. Alright, unfortunately bottom is not really reconstituted himself. And look, having pushed them back, I think we're gonna fall back like that. We're gonna have Price. I'm sorry, Price. I know you want to go to Missouri, but I think we need to fall back here for now and continue to play it somewhat conservatively. Yeah, so we've raised a lot of men. If there is no battle here, and we are, I don't know, 25 minutes in, I mean, if it looks like we can do a quick one, we might do a quick one. If not, I'll push to the next episode, and I'll just keep this one short, and I really do want to hop on the Union side and make sure that they are giving me the greatest challenge that they can, and I'd be looking at their subsidies and other things here. Yeah. Breadbasket 2. It's a good one. It's a good one. And I'm guessing that is the naval invasion right there at Charleston, which is, you know, a big one. My support in South Carolina has been high. I don't know that it doesn't feel like I've recruited all that much from South Carolina, but let's take a look. Yeah. Holy moly. 85. I don't remember recruiting them. I'm sure I did, or they were recruited early on in the war. 85,000, 37,000 casualties, 3,000 deserters, and none available for recruitment. That's okay. That's okay. I stand corrected. And yeah, support in Georgia has come way up. It was down around 34, I think, maybe a year ago, a little bit less. So that's good for us. Check on the economy. I have no idea why our credit rating isn't much worse, except that we've taken improved credit rating a number of times. All right. We should be near the point. This is more for tests. Okay, so trade deals should be ready in like a week. Farm mech, a little bit longer. There's propaganda. Yeah, still off on propaganda because we've taken it a bunch. Logistics reform. I keep saying I don't really care about the money. We can take another recruitment office, then I'm going to. Breadbasket 2 is good. When they go to Breadbasket 3 and 4, if they also dump money, I don't know that they've gone into the diplomacy tree, but if they're dumping it in trade deals, their money situation should be very strong. I now need to be worried about South Carolina if any of this intelligence is correct, and we can usually get a better sense by... So we can see where the Union's made an incursion here. And here and here. If these unite, this is going to be rough. And I don't know why there isn't a bigger push for Nashville. I mean, I do understand the game's files, right, that they make importance calculations, and like so far the Union did well over here. I'm not sure why it hasn't done as well elsewhere. Let me just make sure we're not in scouting so that we can support if we need to. Army of Maine is coming down like this. And we are... Holy moly. Yeah, use those rails as much as you all could use the practice marching. I don't think that's it. Is that the 4th Corps beaten feet? It is the 4th Corps beaten feet out of here. Jones's Corps, though you have just formed, let's try to equip at least some of you, if we even can. Alright, so we must have got some more of these somewhere. That's good. Alright, we'll give you something better than stock. Humphreys. Alright, so each... Yeah. Alright, half the brigades have improved weapons. I don't... Oops. Alright, we'll roll this to a Napoleon, I guess. I think we can queue up. We'll do a 10-pounder, and then we'll do a 3-inch. There's that. And we'll give them Maynards. Let's just see if anything else is... Alright, so actually, Richmond's will be available. And Plains rifles. What did you have? You had the Mississippi and you had the Sprinkler. Alright, so then we'll give you the Plains rifle. And did we have... we had reboards. So, alright. They'll actually be okay when they all get in. Of course, we have a 5-star garrison at Fort Smith. Of course. Alright. Oh no, that's not who I meant to move. I meant to move Reynolds. Bonham score, I guess, could go over here and assist. Why not? Yeah, and I guess as long as we're sitting here, we'll just defend. Do we get a battle? Oops. Marshall, Fort Pillow. Oh. What happened at Fort Pillow? I'm guessing we lost from the looks of it, which probably means that Bonham would lose. Well, let's see. Let's see. Bonham's got 3 stars. His core is 2. Let's see. Alright, we'll go up here with Haw, with Maney. Marshall, I'm not going to touch for right now. Okay. Man, Crittenden. It's taking a while here. And Bonham lost. Holy moly. What do we have? What do we have? We have... So it's going to be about 85,000 of them, and they're not recruiting enough artillery. Something else I'll take a look at when I'm over there. And we have about 90,000. Ooh. We just got to stall them. Like... maybe 6 hours, maybe 12 hours. What have we done here? We've done 33 minutes. Let's see what we got here. So this is a situation we're greeted with. We actually showed up with 2 corps. Maney's is 3 hours out. We're gonna see what the Union has on. I know what they have on defense here. They got the 2 5-pointers on this side, and they have a 5 and a 3 over here. So, in terms of the balance of victory points, if they want to continue to hold the majority, they got to hold on the front side. However, if I remember this one from a couple battles back, that far side, it feels quite strong. I mean, you can be in the woods, covering a relatively small number. There are 3 crossings there. This area here is always difficult. I wouldn't worry about it if I were attacking it, and I am kind of attacking it. So I think there's some marching I need to do. There's some positioning. We're going to see where the AI starts out. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here in April, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll bring you back when I have some more action. All right, and welcome to day 2. We finally got everybody in. The quick and dirty is that Marshall's new corps is on the left. Hawes's somewhat more crack troops are on the right. Maney came in late, but he was able to bubble deploy forward, and so we have him in reserve. Shoup and Jackson's cav are going to... well, we got to push out some scouts and find out what's going up here on the right. Apparently Jackson already has some scouts out, though I can't find them. Jones's cavalry came in late. I don't remember them, but apparently they've come in with a ton of, yeah, just a ton of experience. We have our artillery in the few clearings that are actually there. And I've given attack orders at the Army, the Corps, and I don't know about the division level. I guess maybe not at the division level, and maybe it's all filtering down. But yeah, anyways, it's odd. I noticed here, this has nothing to do with anything, but both Pierce and I think it was Randolph have 4 brigades, 10,000 in Randolph, 11,000 in Pierce. They're both set in double line, but Pierce goes 2x2 and Randolph goes 3x1. Again, I'm not really sure what anybody's supposed to do with any of that, but it is that way. I wish it could always be 3x1. I'm not really playing as Confederate doctrine apparently stressed at this point, or at least by 1863, which is to fight in a single line. We're using a lot of double lines. Oh well, that's the way we've decided to do it. And I'll probably... So, have all their orders disappeared? No. Well, Rosser still has the idea. Maney sees it. Marshall has it. And I don't know what's going on with the division commanders, but they don't quite seem to have it. So I've ordered skirmishers out. I ordered everybody to medium range. I don't think it's going to last, but I can certainly try to impress on all these guys that we do need to attack. We got to capture those 2 points. If we do that, we should secure the battlefield with a majority of victory points. All right, our scouts is already telling us some stuff we didn't know, but it's good to know. It should be quite hard for them to move laterally to support one another because of the wooded area here. If they're not going to play a bit, they might be able to defend this point, and this really will be the critical one. Right? If this is easy to take, they still hold 8 on the back end, and 5 here would be a majority. We got to come up with something else. So, I've ordered Maney to attack. I guess I'll be a little bit... Wow, Yeah, we don't really need to do anything like that. I would be perfectly fine with just moving up, and Lawton's probably the 3rd division there. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're kind of moving up all weird, but they are. Okay, at this point, Jones needs to move. He needs to get his scouts back. He can probably set Marshall up to have something of a kind of blocking force over here. And then just have Maney. Again, I'm not really sure why they're like that, or why they think they need to be like that, but they do. We'll recall those scouts. We'll push in there. Jackson apparently doesn't have scouts out, but we'll order him over there. And we'll wait for the chaos to ensue here. We did have 12 entrenchment points that we didn't have on the first day. And so we use those pretty much for the artillery. There aren't great sight lines, but there is something. So we've tried to give them that. We'll move over and take a look at what's going on our right in a moment. Wow, that is some experienced artillery there. Alright, so we got them out in the open. Apparently these might have been overnight, like, stragglers. I don't know what that is. Yeah, and our orders to engage at medium range have, unfortunately, but not surprisingly, gone absolutely unheeded. I will try again. Alright, Baldwin looks like he's moving at the double. French's brigade is pretty good there. I would hate to have to give this out at the brigade level. That is just so much. Alright, Shoop is a-moving. We'll see if we can get Shoop down here and start... See if we can get on this flank and start turning it. Sorry, Jackson. You don't need to go over there. That's too much. Honestly, just stay where you are. That's fine. Lindsay Smith. Oh, Lindsay Walker. Alright. Right. That's that artillery. Alright. Anyways. We seem to generally have the right idea here. And so does the AI. This is what I would recommend. If it doesn't look good, fall back. We'll see how it goes over here. Perfect world, right? We might be throwing some of these brigades around and... Right, moving out to the side and then pushing, but I guess we'll just go with a slow push and... Alright, so Coleman's struggling a little bit here. Let's get French... Whose skirmishers are these? Tombs? Whoa, we are all out of shape here. Why don't we recall our skirmishers? I think we have too many of them spread out. Try to declutter the battlefield a bit. Alright, so apparently the order here did not quite get through. This is actually bad for us, because we have no protection on the left here. But that's going well. I think medium range is fine for most of this. Welcome to 18 frames of goodness. You know, with Cav, we can probably just walk them up as close as we want. I don't know where your skirmishers are, so let's get them back. In respect to historical accuracy, the more I'm learning, I think I mentioned this in the previous video, I'm into my 3rd or 4th Earl Hess now, and this one is on infantry tactics and training. And it's really good, but the point is one that he's made and others made, which is that a lot of the fighting took place at about 100 yards or so. And so some of the distances in here are not as historically accurate. We have the Mississippis, and they can shoot long distances, and it's cool, but they normally wouldn't be doing that sort of thing. Because of the way the game works, you also don't want them shooting at like you don't actually want them 100 yards on this field, because they would do it very poorly, and they would more likely end up in melee a lot. So that's an issue. I'm actually wondering, because all this artillery has been detached anyways, and it seems like we're moving quickly and through them, and they don't have much, but I am worried about the area over here. Maybe we'll start moving the artillery over here. And we'll move Randolph's division. Well, we'll move Randolph's division for now. Alright, Shoup is going to come around here. Jackson can mount up and join him. Okay. Coleman's still trying to make a slow push. I think that's right. French should probably shoot a little bit rather than just charge everyone. Alright, we'll straighten them up. We'll straighten them up. I'm a little concerned that French is going to end up in melee no matter what. Alright, so they're broken, so that's not that big of a concern. I guess they want to maybe face front? Or do we want to... I guess we'll try to get rid of Marston and then maybe face front? I don't know. But that's what's happening over here on the right, which is where I've spent most of my time, because that is the cavalry. The cavalry that's over here, Jones is supposed to be... Huh. Oh. Well, we'll have to mount up and then find some skirmishers. This artillery, I want to pull back. Because, again, I don't really know what's coming out of those woods. And I don't think that this artillery is able to do that much good. I don't heavily believe in an artillery wall, but I think it could do something there. Alright, so Shoop has to deal with that. We've had a brigade route. Coleman can continue pushing. Pierce. Again, with whoever he has, he can push up here. Lawton. Lawton's actually taken fairly heavy casualties, but for now we can keep pushing. Doesn't look like he's falling apart or anything like that. Hawes maybe wants to move up there. These guys have already ordered themselves in. I'm concerned about these guys. This is that, again, that green core. We now know that there are some Union up here. Maybe we'll move up into the woods to skirmish with them. Move Rosser to a more central position. Take a look at the action here in the kind of center left or so. Have them do that. We'll have them do that. So far, they're staying together pretty well. The fact that they keep defaulting to long range is rough. Yeah, I know that Cochrane's somewhere over there. Okay, we want to pull those guns back as well. I just don't think there's too much here that's looking good. Finnegan is panicked, but he should be alright. Alright, it looks like Lane is going to charge. I didn't catch who it was, but he's going to charge. First Brigade. That might have been who Lane just went in. I think so, because I don't see him anymore. Fortunately, JJ Archer is worse for wear here, but that happens. We'll get Shoop out, and I think that's Cochrane. It is Cochrane up there. Greg's brigade is going to try to reform and start shooting into... They got enfilade fire on Hamilton's brigade. I guess that's fine. They're close enough, I don't think it makes sense to require them to mount. All right, and we should soon have Jenny's corner. Likelihood of victory so far is back up in our favor. I'm a little worried about Jones getting swamped. Since all the cavalry has been detached, I'm not too worried about their proximity to Core HQ. I am worried that we have forces going this way, but we have no one looking back over here. Maney is a Corps Commander. Hindman, I don't know where your... Looks like your force is up here. Since you're kind of in the area, let's try to get you turned that way. Randolph, maybe we'll put you guys up here. I know it's going to block some of the arty when the arty gets where it needs to get, but oh well. Alright, and we are pressing them back here towards the swamp, which is going to be miserable for both sides to move in. And it's not really what we need to do anyways. Move Jackson up. Once Jackson gets into position, we can put him in loose order. But I'm happy to sit on Jenny's corner here and just reorganize. So Pierce will move there. Jackson, I guess we have to continue to move up. We have not cleared this. Buckner Sr., we're going to press there. And since Ramsor is already moved up, let's just press him through as well. Alright, hopefully that'll clean up some more of the skirmishers. Okay, we'll pick up our skirmishers here and here. The Shoop is laid down on his own initiative. That is the right call, I think. And yeah, this one looks like it's going to be longer than it should. Maybe we can kick it up to 2x without it being a problem, but... Rivers Bridge is really the point that gives us what we need. That gives us the majority of victory points, but it feels like we're on these guys and I kind of want to stay on them. Not too sure what Lawton's doing, so we'll move him up to the crossroads. We'll move Shoop up here. Jackson can move up there, and we'll see who they get. Coleman, since you're the right, you might as well get over there. Hamilton, I have no idea what you're doing, man. I don't know what that was. I have no idea what did 400 casualties to Jones. Brigadier General Fry has fallen. I have no idea what did that. Yeah, I don't think that these guys had taken very many casualties at all, and then I look over and 500 casualties. Yeah, at this point, just face them. Panicked. Stable. I mean, they're doing okay. Alright, you should stop. Alright, so we got Rivers Bridge. We got a majority of victory points now. And yet... things have kind of turned back in the AI's direction here to almost even, so... go figure. Okay, we'll move them over there. Finnegan, I get it. Alright, we're going to move Pierce's division up here. I think it's kind of where Lawton's was. Only, I don't know if I need them over here. So if I do, I'll use them there. And if I don't, well, I won't use them there. Alright, we're going to send the cav up there. I'm actually going to send this cav over here to try to complete the route of this pocket. I wish I knew what division they were in. Somehow Halleck is back here. Yeah, I don't think I would have pursued quite that far. Alright, but the AI is sending up more. We're going to try to keep the pressure on. That makes sense. I'd love to know how this calculation's done. So they got 29. I guess I get it. It's morale. Alright, and they got the objective points. Like, I get it. They are ahead on those accounts, but the rest I'm not too sure about. Alright, that's a fine box. Not if you're Cruft, but it's fine for us at least. Alright, I think French and the infantry are better spent going that way. They already broke. So we're gonna mount up with our cav here. Tombs, same thing. You're better over here. Don't go off on these crazy chases here. This is why we have cav. But anyways, we're going to try to ring those woods, I guess, with artillery and just see what happens. Oh! I guess we found out. Maybe that must have been what routed... Must have been what routed Jones's cav here. Oh no. Walker? Oh, Tennessee artillery. Oh. Dude, what is over there that is absolutely annihilating everyone? It's probably got to be some weird artillery thing. And by some weird artillery thing, I definitely meant a giant cavalry. That is elite cavalry if I've ever seen it, doing exactly what they ought to do. Yep, they're just going to run all through that artillery, as they should. You know what? I would say just spray them at this point. As a rule, cavalry hate artillery. And if we have to sacrifice several batteries in the name of knocking out their cavalry, so be it. Right? Yeah, so they're all involved in that. Just give them the canister, boys, and see what happens. I mean, yeah, they're gonna wreck this group, but, you know, it is what it is. Good luck. Good luck to everybody. Alright, these might be groups that are reforming or groups that were just not very good when they came in. Shoop is there. I guess we can give Jackson a break. I mean, do I help them out? We'll see how they do like this. Dismounted, loose formation. And if you're going to be dismounted, you might as well be in loose formation. Doesn't really do you any good at all. This battery is holding up better. And as you can see, that battery has now gone down. And now they're all going to turn their attention to that group. Which is dismounted, loose formation. It has more... It's also in the process of being flanked. And some skirmishers are taking pot shots at it. And finally, we're going to send this cav in. Alright, I think that's the story of our left. Yeah, and this is what's become our center now, is wide open. I can't quite tell what they're trying to do here. Alright, if their cav's gone stable, that means they're about to go unstable. And then it's usually a matter of time before they break. Alright, the slog over here continues. It is real. Probably everybody's just fatigued. Coleman's poor men have gone really far. French is good. His brigade is good. He outclasses the 3rd Brigade and Cooper, it looks like, so. Hold on. Are they unstable because of fatigue? Some fatigue and some cohesion. Alright, so now they're moving some infantry out here. We'll see how that goes. Forno, I think, can move back. Jones can move over here. Johnston, I think, can move back to the flank there, because that... The danger from the cav, I think, has passed. Pettis's battery broke. That was expected. Alright, so what is Cobb a part of here? Cobb. Randolph, right? Alright, Randolph is there. Alright, so there's definitely some union here. Okay, we'll push Shoop up. What is going on? Holy moly. But you can kind of understand, I guess, why it's as close as it is. It's because they have a lot of victory points, right? They got 12. Their morale is less. Our routes are low. Our losses are somewhat high, but not as bad as others. There we go. Not sure why we so often elect to march rather than shoot. Especially when we've engaged others. Alright, so that was Forno's battery over here. Kinda is what it is. Well, we'll try to pull the rest of the artillery back into a line back in that field and just hope for the best. I guess we'll send Drayton against that. That's infantry and artillery. Alright, Anderson's men over here. Well, they're 4 stars and they got a 5-star leader, so that is very good. Now, you would think, right, if some other things were to be added to the game to make it a concern, that not having access to this road would really concern the units over here. I guess you could always say they could always pull out over the river road, or you can always roleplay explain a lot away. I see this episode has now gone far longer than I wanted it to. That's okay, that happens. And it looks like Forno, at least for a while, elected to stay and fight. This is a big old push here by the Union. Should be more than enough to deal with what's over here. It should be. Skirmishers, cav, artillery, and all the rest. Nichols' division, I think, needs to get over there. And Jackson's needs to get over there. And that would close up just about all of our line. Well, we took a heavy artillery whooping in this one, but hopefully we'll get some more back. If we have to buy more back, we'll buy more back. Come on, boys. Shorter range here. Nervous? Alright, they got to deal with fatigue. That really looks like the... yeah, the being cut off from commander is not going to change, but... some of the other things should help. Yeah, we just have a lot of units that have been beat up. Alright, if the action's over here, let's go take a look at the action. Okay, Moore's troops. Putting good infiltrate fire on. Here's the mistake of being in double line. I'll help you guys out. You should really attack more and support Russell. No? Alright. Alright, well, out of ammo, I gotta withdraw drones. That's my house rule. So we'll order him back. Moore's kind of on his own for now. Alright, that Morgan's fallen back. Wonder if this is another one of those cases where the too many victory points actually hurts the AI. Maybe not. It keeps them in a fight that maybe they should have bailed on, but... yeah, that's a problem with a lot of our troops, is that everybody is exhausted. They're disrupted, they're exhausted. It's the nature of moving through trees and fighting and all that other good stuff. Alright, seems like a less interesting fight, but you never know who's going to pop out of the woods. Over here, the Union's got a second wind. And actually, I didn't know they had all those reserves. So Helm's beat up brigade has to help. We'll see if they can help. Moore can stand there for a moment. Smith needs to move over. Cobb kind of just has to stand and help those two. Johnson's artillery's not hitting much, so we'll move him up there. I think that's Ullman's cavalry from earlier, I think. And they're going after Purcell's artillery, I guess, just as they should. Oh, now they're thinking better of it. And apparently the Cav's just going to come right on in here. They want it close range with Smith. Maybe Smith should lay down so friendlies can shoot over them. And now Nola decides that is not what he wants to do. Okay. We had a break here, so Cobb's got a wheel. Moore's falling back. They're shooting while retreating, but Smith's guys are actually in really good order. Considering the casualties they've taken, they really don't care. Maybe Moore could lend some support there. I don't know. All right. And that is going to do it for us. Casualties are very rough. We don't want to be doing too many of those battles. Yeah, I think this could have been an extra episode, but you don't know it in the moment, and I don't know. Kind of want to reward the folks who hung around for a little while and reward them with a battle, and it was one I thought I had a good chance to win. I don't know. I felt increasingly good about it going from day 1 to day 2. And I felt better about the way the Union deployed. I think if the Union had deployed on a narrower front, pretty much from about here to here and just behind that road or just on that road, and then had maybe stacked reserve brigades or reserve divisions and corps behind, I'd be a lot more worried about the grind and, you know, at what cost would we be getting these back. But yeah, the way it actually turned out, I'm okay with. So, all right, we'll order. I'm just ordering some, trying to get some people to pick up our guns. So hopefully, we don't actually lose that many. And yeah, I don't know that did we take any Union guns earlier? I don't see any lost ones here. Guess roster will ask for skirmishers. Oh, there are some here. Alright, let's find out what really happened here. Alright, what does it say here? So, 3,200 killed, 8,400 caps. So that's 11, basically 12,000 out of the war for them. For us, it's 2,000, maybe 3,000 out of the war. Yeah, good on the rifles, okay on the guns. I saw something here. Officer lost. Yeah, we lost Burkett Fry. I don't know anything about Burkett Fry in real life. So we lost really good artillery there, and I don't remember how good they were, but that means we need to get more. Although with the 26 guns we got, that should all picked up in that battle, that should almost cover our losses in terms of guns. I'm not sure of what quality, but we'll be sure to use them. Anyways, it's another long one. This has been 2 long ones in a row because we get battles in the back half, but this one was, well, you saw it. It was great. So if you made it this far, thanks for sticking with. I hope it felt good, and there's certainly more to More to come here.